Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Indian Bull vs Bear. In this video, I have analyzed the last 10 years returns of top 10 gold ETFs as per AUM in India. Please read the entire disclaimer carefully. So let's start with this graph. This is the yearly returns graph, and this graph shows the yearly and cumulative returns in percentage for the last 10 years. This is a line graph. This blue line shows the yearly returns in percentage, and this orange line shows the cumulative returns in percentage. So to start with 2015 was not a good year for gold ETFs, and they managed to give the negative returns of 7.47%. 2016 was a good year with almost 11% returns. 2017 was below average year with only 2.75% returns. 2018 was better than 2017, but still an average year with 7.55% returns. 2019 was a very good year for this gold ETFs, and they have given 23.36% returns. 2020 was a good year as well with 27.81% returns. But 2021 was a bad year for this for these gold ETFs, and they managed to give negative returns of 5.40%. In 2022, the situation improves, and the gold ETFs gave very good returns of 12.97%. In 2023, the situation improves further with returns of 14.80%. In 2024, it improves even further with 19.55%. And in 2025, at the time of recording this video, which is around mid March, gold has already performing very good. Let's see another graph. So this is the yearly swing graph, and this shows the number of positive and negative return months for the last 10 years. So the green bar shows the positive, and the red bar shows the negative return months. So in 2015, 5 months gave positive returns. In 2016, 7 gave positive returns. In 2017, 5. 2018, 8. In 2019, 9. And in 2028. So these 3 years seems to be good for this for these ETFs. 2021, only 5 months gave positive returns. In 2022 and 2023, 7 months gave positive returns, whereas in 2024, 6 months gave positive returns and 6 months gave negative returns. So let's put this one and the previous graph together and see uh, what can be the takeaways. So here are both of those graphs, and first takeaway is the cumulative return. So the cumulative return for the last 10 years is 162.42%, which is 2.5 times. CAGR 10.13%. So although as compared to the equity market, 10.13% CAGR might not seem to be a big of a deal, but as compared to bank FDs, 10.13% is a good enough CAGR. Net negative yearly returns. So there were 2 years in last 10 years which gave negative returns on the yearly basis. So those are 2015 and 2021. Best year was 2020. So this is the best year. 2020 was the best year with 27.81% returns. And the worst year was 2015 with minus 7.47% returns. And the positive to negative year ratio is 4 is to 1. So which means there were 4 positive years with for every one negative year in the last 10 years. So it's a good ratio. So let's move on to another graph. This is the monthly returns graph, and this graph shows the monthly returns in the last 10 years across every month of the year. So there are 12 smaller graphs in this. So the green bar shows the positive returns, whereas the red bar shows the negative returns. So for the month of January, 7 times in the last 10 years it gave positive returns. February gave positive returns 6 times and 4 times it gave negative returns. March, 5 positive and 5 negative. But let's see April closely. All the 10 times April gave positive returns. Not a single year when April gave a negative return. Must be a very good month for this gold ETFs. May, only 4 positive returns, so a below average month for this for these ETFs. June, even worse with only 3 positive. July and August both 6 positive and 4 negative. September, a bad month for this for these ETFs, as only 3 times in the last 10 years it gave positive returns. October, 8 positive and 2 negative. November, 3 positive, and December, 6 positive and 4 negatives. Let's see another graph. So this is the mean monthly return. So this graph is similar to the previous graph, but in this graph I have taken the average of last 10-year returns across every month. So this gives a good idea of how, on an average, these ETFs perform every month. So few of the things is quite clear that May, June, September, and November, these 4 months are not good for these ETFs, as historically they have given negative returns in these 4 months. But there are quite a few positive months as well. For example, April is a standout performer, and as we have seen in the last 10 years, all the 10 times April gave positive returns. Jan 2 seems to be a good month for these ETFs, so as October. So let's see another graph, and this is the monthly swing graph. What this shows is the number of years in which, across every month, these ETFs give positive or negative returns. So the green shows positive returns, and red shows negative returns. So in January, these ETFs gave positive returns 7 times in last 10 years, 6 times in February, 5 times in March, and 10 times in April, as we have seen in earlier graph as well. May 4 times positive, June 3 times positive, July and August 6 times positive each. September again only 3 positive returns in last 10 years. October 8 positive returns. November only 3 positive returns, and December 6 positive returns. So let's put this one and the previous graph together and try to find out some takeaways. So here are these two graphs. So first takeaway, cheaper months, May, June, September, and November. So as we have seen earlier, May, June, September, and November. These are the cheaper months. So you can see in May, 6 time negative, June 7 time negative, September 7 time negative, November 7 time negative. So these are the 4 months when these ETFs are at their cheapest levels. Costlier months, January, April, and October. So January, April, and October. These 3 months, historically, these ETFs performed the best in these 3 months. And you can see in January, 7 times out of 10 positive returns. In April, all 10 times positive returns. And in October, 8 out of 10 times positive returns. And finally, the positive to negative month ratio, 1.26 is to 1, which means that there were 1.26 months for every positive months for every one negative month. That means 5 positive months against every 4 negative months. Now let's see one final graph in which I have included the gold ETF returns in 2025. So at the time of recording this video, it's mid of March. So only 2.5 months have passed in 2025. And let's see how much return that these ETFs have given in such a short duration. So this is the graph. This bar shows the 2025 returns. This bar shows the average returns in the last 10 years from 2014 to 2015 to 2024. And this gray line shows the deviation from average. So how much uh, more returns have these ETFs have given in 2025 as compared to their last 10 years average, and here are the months. So in January of 2025, gold ETFs have given returns of 7.69% as compared to 10 years average of 2.29%, which is a deviation of 235.48%. So in January 2025, this means that gold ETFs have given 235.48% more returns, which is more than 3.5 time returns than average. In February 2025, they have given returns of 3.12%. The average is 1.14%. So which means 174.77% extra returns in 2025. And lastly, In March, in only 15 days, gold ETFs have given 4.10% return as compared to 10-year average of 0.39%, which is mind-bogglingly 950.97% more. That means more than 10 times the average returns. So what can I say? There are two ways to look at the current situation of gold ETF returns. First is that gold has already given a massive run up, and based on the principle that everything that goes up eventually falls down, it could from some it could form some kind of base at some lower price sooner or later. The second point of view could be that gold price always rises in times of uncertainties, and there is no dearth of it now and or in foreseeable future too. Also, April is historically the best month for gold. 10 out of 10 times in the last 10 years it gave positive returns, even in those years where the net returns were negative. Even in those 2 years as well, in April, gold ETFs have given positive returns. So we could ride the wave as long as it lasts. So these two point of views are there. I will leave it up to you to decide for yourself. This is all from my side. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to the channel, like and comment. I'll be back soon with another video. Goodbye for now.